Some people can't handle their alcohol.
I'm glad the pretentious actors are.
You can't say I'm being pretentious because I'm having an argument with
Acacia,
you.
you can't walk away. I can, and I will, and I'm going to ring Big Brother's bell tomorrow.
Jokes aside now, Acacia is the most annoying housemate. Guys, so literally there was a big fight. At dawn, guys. After their Friday night, I don't know what to call it, kind of party. There was really a food fight. And the fight, guess what the fight was all about, guys? It was all about food. For those of you who don't understand what is happening in the house, there is currently scarcity of food, so these housemates are beginning to become to understand that, you know what, we have to be very careful how we eat, because losing first weekly wager task denied them of the luxury of some kind of things, especially food. Losing the second wager task denied them of some kind of luxury when it concerns food. So if you don't know why this food is causing big problems, you should know that losing their wager for 2 consecutive weeks, this is the implication. This is what it has resulted to. And so we actually saw this housemates fighting big time. Guys, if you're new to my channel, my name is Julie J and welcome to Personality Highlights. Today we're going to be talking about the fight between Norman and Acacia. And we're going to, I'm going to take my time to tell you exactly why this fight started, where it's headed, and the current situation of it. If you're new to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button right now to be a part of this community and of course conversation, and turn on post notifications so that you always get a lot of my video every time I share new content. Guys, literally the house is set on fire, okay? But you know, the beautiful thing about this house is that the house actually started off in a very cool note, because you guys noticed Sister Mara won the Friday Arena Games, and you know the vibe was hot. We could see him dancing all over the house, and Terry, by God, guys, get me a girlfriend like Terry. Terry is the G in that house. She is the cheerleader in that house. So like literally they were just having fun, dancing around with their flowers and their waist, whatever, you know. So you guys needed to fix food, right? And Acacia is one of those people that she says she doesn't know how to cook for the house. So she literally just prepares what she wants to prepare for herself. But I think Norman is one of those people, because you guys remember that when Terry started as head of house, she actually gave out different like she shared the role, she delegated the house chores, you know, to all of this housemates. So no one is one of those people that is supposed to be in the kitchen that actually understands what happens in the kitchen and what does not happen. And then they were sharing the portion of their food, right? And somehow Norman had a problem with how they were sharing the food. They were sharing the food, and he said, you know what? Some people have chicken and beef, and some people have just chicken, and some people just have beef. And it was like, so he actually had to go to confront Acacia. And the question is, why are some people who gave the instruction to give some people different kinds of food? Like, who gave you the instruction to share this meal the way you shared it? And see, I'm not even going to lie. If you ask me that, okay, you know this thing always happens, especially when you go to parties. I don't know, but here in Nigeria, I'm going to be very, very realistic with you. We've seen people fight in parties because of food. We've seen people like beef each other in the house because of food. So, some people have been saying, isn't that so childish of Norman to ask that kind of question to Acacia? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. It's actually a very normal thing, especially when it comes to food. Guys, what goes into the stomach is luxury. So here's the thing, guys. So Norman came to meet Acacia, and the question was, who ordered you? Let me put it that way. Who ordered you? Who gave the instruction for this to be shared this way? And you know, Acacia found it very disrespectful for Norman to ask her that question, and this is the exact statement that Norman used that got Acacia really mad. Guys, listen up.
Who fucking made the decision? You know what I mean? I shouldn't have used that type
So
of
if you
language.
ask me, that was like being too confrontational. If you ask me, I feel like one of the reasons why Acacia had the problem with how Norman spoke to her was she said it was disrespectful. And if you guys look at that statement, you would know that it was really disrespectful. And so he didn't say it once, he didn't say it twice. I didn't really get into that fight when it started. Like we just literally were still watching, and then suddenly the fight started. So basically, if people that are saying, why would Norman ask that kind of question? Guys, this food situationship is a normal thing, is a normal trend in every single sphere of our life. And so basically, after that, I think Acacia just flared up, and then was like, you're drunk or something, I can't control your alcoholism and all that. See, like, it literally turned into something like the housemates had to, like, pipe them down, you guys, take it easy. And then Norman wasn't having this thing, like, he wasn't just flowing with it, and then he needed to just go meet the head of house, and then he spoke to Terry, telling Terry what was happening. And then Terry was like, okay, I get you, let's have an open conversation about it. And Terry, being Terry, I mean, I love Terry. Terry is just this lady that knows how to tackle issues. And then she started talking about it. She was like, okay, who has anything to say? No one raised his hand. Acacia raised her hand, and Sister Mara raised his hand. So Norman gave the conversation on this was all happened, and maybe I'm sorry that, and then Norman said something very important. Norman said that this challenge, or maybe this food thing has started since a week ago, like last week Friday, and that he was just not getting it, and that if he doesn't like something, he just goes up to say he doesn't like it. And after he was done, it was Acacia's turn, and Acacia was like, I didn't really give people like different, and see, there was something Terry did that really made us understand what was happening, because Terry asked the same question. Terry didn't even know what was going on. Terry was like, I just have chicken in my food and my plate, and I didn't even check to know what others were having. And then Terry was like, if you had both chicken and meat in your soup or food, raise your hand. And you guys, almost everybody raised their hands up. So it was just like maybe two people, Nale, that actually had like beef and chicken. I was like, that's not everybody, it's just like 1-2 persons. So basically at that point I was like, okay, you know what, I don't even see gist here, like I don't even see Acacia being so like, I'm guilty of this offense that Norman is actually talking about, because it's actually not a big deal. I mean, but you know how it is, humans will always be humans. So it was Acacia's time to talk, and guys, when Norman started talking, Norman was like, I don't know if it's a strategy or this or that. And then I was like, why are these housemates just being too like every single statement they make, they are always referring to us, the camera, the show. They're always talking about strategy. They're always talking about, like, they know they're in biggies. Like, I don't know, but I feel like when we would notice that they're being themselves and they're like opening up to themselves is when they just cut this idea of people are watching them. I know it's going to be difficult, but they need to know how to forget this camera. I mean, Biggie has actually begged them not to talk about the camera, but when Norman started that conversation with strategy, whatever, that he doesn't know if it's somebody's strategy and all that. I think it kind of rubbed off on Acacia in a different way, because we could see, in fact, even when the fight started, it was even like that again. And then when Acacia was talking, Acacia was like, you know what, that she doesn't even want to defend herself or say too much, that right now she's going to walk away from this whole thing, and that that when they're out of the house, that Showmas is going to show us the real things, highlights, and we'll know who is saying the truth and who is lying about it. And I was like, not again. Why do you guys keep referring to this show as a show? Like, can they just get a strike already on this attitude? Because I'm not even getting it. I'm like, it's getting me upset. And so after, Acacia was just, she was not being matured about that conversation, because she literally walked away from everybody, and she was like, you know what, I'm tired, I don't want to, like, you guys are pushing me to the edge, and I don't want to just like flare up. So she walked away, and Terry took over. Terry was like, oh my god, this is like, Terry just spiced up the whole thing. She wanted to put the mood light. She was like, you know what, all right, good night, honey, make sure you wear some short skirts, because we're going to party outside. Like, Terry's just a clown. And at the end of the day, Terry was like, you don't solve a problem by walking away from the problem. And then, she kind of gave some very, very important advice. And she was like, you guys should stop ripping yourself apart. You have to deal with each other, blah, blah, blah. And then Sister Mara took over the conversation. And Sister Mara was like, you know what, I don't even think it's food that is causing this problem. And I'm like, yes, you said, you spoke my heart just the way I felt it. And Sister Mara was like, it's not the food that is causing the fight. That the fight is something else. It's clearly something else. And it was more like, they talked, everybody talked, and they had to call it a night because it was dragging. I was literally sleeping with my one eye, as in I was sleeping watching these guys. I was literally tired. Everybody was tired. And then eventually that was it. They ended the whole thing, and Terry just wanted to make sure that Norman was in a good space, and just had to give him this very, very, cool hug. They, found themselves hugging themselves. Everybody was just hugging. And then, guys, and while Sister Mara was talking about that, she actually talked about Dinky's earlier apology, when Dinky, I kind of apologized to everybody, like he said it was really surprised about her apology, and that it was taken, and that he was one of those people that actually used to avoid Dinky because she was too aggressive, and that he doesn't like aggressive people. Anyways, after the whole conversation, we saw them hugging themselves, like hugging it all out, and anyways, guys, we actually saw them all hugging themselves out, and guys, eventually Norman actually went to apologize to Acacia. And Acacia was like, I'm really happy that you just spoke up. Looks like everybody has been using you. Like, I'm thankful you spoke up. And I'm like, Acacia, what's wrong with you? So you guys have all been bullying Norman, finally. And then at that point, I was like, okay, you know what? The two biggest bullies in this house, I'm not even going to lie, is Dinky Bliss and Acacia. But I mean, I like the fact that it all ended up in hugs, and that was literally it. Guys, I think the big fights, I don't think, well, the big fights are still going to come because these guys are having personality clash, and it's a not normal thing. What do you guys think about this fight? Do you think we're going to have much more? Do you think that's going to be the end of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Literally, this is where I'm going to cut it off. But guys, this conversation didn't stop here. There's so much more to this conversation. I'm going to be talking about the other level of conversation that happened between Dinky Bliss and Sister Mara. Because guys, I just think somebody has a problem with somebody like speaking up. Because when I heard Dinky Bliss, okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. For now, let me just put these things together, and I'm coming back here to give you my thoughts on what I think. Yeah, that will be it for now. So see you guys in my next video. For now, bye bye, stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe, like this video, of course, and be part of this conversation. Throw in your comments in the comment section down below. Bye.